Alright, Hayes Mega here, and welcome to another Hayes Mega WR250E video, alright? So in this video, we're going to go strengthen, alright, or we're going to strengthen the front motor mount, how I wanted it, okay, type of thing. Alright, Robert didn't extend it like I wanted it to, so I'm going to go and do it. So I've got the welder there, right behind the red shift. Alright, so I can get like nice straight shot to where we're welding so the wire doesn't wind up. Alright, there's the ground wire. So what Hayes Mega thought about just filling it in, but I'm not going to do that anymore, right? Because there's so much material. Okay, guys, so let's check it out. This is what I got going on here, guys. Okay, so right here. Alright. Well, this is what I got going on tonight, alright guys. I'm going to extend this part, okay? I'm going to extend it all the way to the tip of this plate that Rob welded here, okay? And then that way the holes will line up for the motor mount, alright? Because this plate is just not long enough, man. I guess you can, the way it was installed before is that they tweaked it on there, alright guys? And I did get some new fasteners for it. Alright, that's the new bolt right there. Alright, so yeah, that's the new bolt right there. Where's the old bolt? Okay, that's the old bolt right there. Okay, so it's pretty much the same one. It's a little bit longer, as you can see, which is okay. We can add washers on the sides if we need to. This one is stronger because it's not threaded all the way. Okay, that's why I chose this one. That's why I chose to replace this one, plus this one's bent at the end too. So why is it bent? Well, because the motor mount's not in there straight, right? So we're going to try to get it in there straight. We're going to drill the holes in the proper places, guys. Okay, so I've decided to ditch this one. It's just too hard to find the bolts and the spacers and all that stuff. Okay, I did get spacers as well. Okay, but that'll be after we fix the that one part, right? So that's all I got going on for tonight. I'm just gonna extend, all right, this part right here. I guess I'm gonna have to hang it up somewhere so, or we can take it out. I'm not sure. But yeah, so the plan is to get this piece of flat bar, all right, weldable steel, and we're gonna weld a piece of it to extend this. Okay, guys. I probably won't even cut it all. I don't know. We'll see. But the only problem is this is 1/8 thick, and this one is a little thicker. Let's see how thick they are. I don't mind if it's thinner, but hopefully it'll hold up. Okay, we're going to do this in millimeters, guys. So this is 1/8 thick. Alright. Okay, and I'm getting 2 something. 3 millimeters. Okay. Just about. And then this one, let's see how much the lithium king mount is. Okay, so this is the lithium king mount that had to be extended, and it's about 4 millimeters, guys. It's 1 millimeter thicker. Crikeys, man. Right? What I might want to do is to fill this in also. That might make that stronger. We'll see. It doesn't look like we're having any problems with that. Oh yeah, also another thing is we're using this to move the battery strap through it. So what I might do is open up. Yeah, I might actually open it up a little bit because this one is open all the way and that one isn't. They actually filled in that one. So I don't know. We'll see. But it kind of makes the strap bind a little bit. So I actually used that. So, okay. Alright, so let me see if I can get this. Okay, I'm gonna go weld. I mean, not weld, but we'll get there eventually. But I'm gonna go check how wide this is. This the extension they made for the lithium king mount. It's about 3.3 inches. Okay, 3.3 inches. So it's a little bit thicker. So we're gonna go from thick to not a medium thickness to small thickness. Okay, 3.3 to 3. Okay, guys, so that's just fine. We can add spot welds to it to make it stronger. That's fine. All right. In fact, that's what we'll probably do. All right. So the first thing we got to do is I got to figure out how much of this to cut to put in there. All right. So the idea is we're gonna cut whatever piece we need to extend this. All right. To the edge here. Okay. You want to extend it to the edge here. So I'm gonna go take some measurements and then we'll start cutting. Okay. Yeah, it would be good to use the whole thing, man. Then what I could do is probably fill this area in under here too. Okay, so that's the deal. Okay, I'm gonna go take a measurement here. We'll do it in millimeters, I guess, or centimeters. So it looks like we're like 2 centimeters is what I need to cut. All right, that makes it easy. All right, so I'm gonna go cut a 2 centimeter section out of this. All right, how much do I have to work with here? Well, let's see. So this flat bar is 3 centimeters, a little more than 3 centimeters in width, but this bar here is like 2. All right, so it's much bigger. I may have to cut some of it. All right, guys. And then this is not even a straight cut, guys. So what I might do is I might grind this. It's either I grind this flat or I grind the bar flat. All right, the part that we're going to put on. But let's cut off the part that we need first, okay? And then we'll figure it out from there. Okay, 2 centimeters. Okay, so I took a bunch of pictures of me measuring it and all that stuff, and this is me cutting it. Maybe I might want to make it a little longer, so I'll cut above the mark I made. Woo! Man, it cut through that like butter. Okay, guys, so check this out. Alright, that's the 2 centimeter cut I just did, and we're just gonna put it up like that. Right. And then we'll just fill in all the welds, I guess. That's what we'll do. Or I can make it, I could use the crooked side. I could grind it a little bit. Okay, but looks pretty good. Okay, so I'll tack it in place and then I'll weld it. I think what I'm going to do is make this a little bit smaller. Alright, guys, so I'm going to put that in the grinder, maybe grind it in half. Okay, guys. I don't mind if it sticks out a little bit, but if it sticks out a lot, then it just kind of looks goofy, you know. What I might do is grind some of that weld there so I can get this in there better. Too, it's creating a gap. Yeah, let me do that first. Okay. Okay, I got this file here. Alright, notice I put a piece of wood here. Alright, so it would hold this guy up. Just gonna file this until it gets flat. And I probably want to get all that paint off of it too. Okay, let's take my sweet time doing it. Alright. Okay, I've decided I'm going to cut all this stuff out, alright, that I've scribed here. Okay, so I'm just going to get the grinder and cut it or something, alright. Okay, I think that's good. I'm going to clean it up a bit. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna tack it and then weld it. Probably put my welding mask on. Okay, I hope I don't burn my gloves. one tack weld. That's enough to keep it on there. Whoops, what happened here? Totally missed. Okay, I think I can live with that. Alright, I'm gonna clean up them welds. That should be strong now. Alright, there you go. Not the prettiest welds, but alright, I'm gonna clean it up, and then I think hopefully after I clean it up we won't need to weld anymore, but it should be pretty strong. Okay. Okay, I decided I'm gonna go weld the back also. The back is not, it doesn't go all the way through. What can I say? Hayes Meg's not that good a welder, man. So that's how it is, man. Alright, this one I kind of have to do on my back, and I might get burned. Fun. Okay, I think we're good. Whew. It's kind of difficult. I have to kind of get on the ground and everything. Alright guys, you guys get that? Yeah. Fun stuff. Alright, so here's this side. Okay. This side will probably have to make a flat, so I'll grind that flat. And on this side, I welded it on both sides, so it's got to be super strong, right guys? You tell me, does that look good to you? I think I might need to do that top part again. Alright. Yeah, I might need to do the top part again. Okay. I can't see what I'm doing. I need more light. Okay, I'm gonna just continue to clean it up. Alright guys. Okay, that's pretty much the final product there guys. So it turned out pretty good, alright, is what I'm gonna say. So now what I gotta do is slot this so it lines up with this. So when I put this in, there's no interference. It just slips right through. That's what I want, okay? So that's what I'm gonna do next. Okay. I don't know, I might want to add a bead here. I don't know, it seems fine. There's enough material, I guess. Or I could add a bead underneath here to make it a little thicker. Alright, it's kind of weird. It's thick, and it goes thinner, and thick again. So, alright, it's not the best welding in the world, guys, man. Like I said, I'm an amateur welder. Okay, so I want to get this so when I put this through here, I don't get any interference with this at all, okay? It'll just go straight through the hole, but right now it's not doing that, alright? And it's a no-go, alright? So I'm going to start elongating this hole until it matches up. Okay? Yes, and then obviously we're going to paint it all when I'm all done, okay? I found that Robert didn't paint the bottom, and it's all rusting and everything, so yeah. We'll put a couple coats of paint on it. We'll probably take it outside the garage when it's warm and I'll paint it. Alright. Okay, so I've got my die grinder here with the die grinder bit, and I should make quick work of this. Alright. So we're just going to slot it that way. Alright guys, so I'm not going to get any more video, man. It's going to be a really tedious process of slotting this bitch, man. So I did a pretty good job on this side. Now I have to grind the other side so it matches up, okay guys? Yeah, so I'm going to start grinding the other side, but I'm not going to get it on video, guys. It looks like I still need to grind this one a bit too, alright? So they're really off, alright? They're off by a lot, man. So like I said, I want it so the bolt will just slip right in, alright? I don't have to yank anything to get stuff to fit, okay? So that's a scoop, guys. Alright, so I'm gonna keep at it. It's just gonna be tedious, time consuming stuff, but I got it. Alright guys, it's pretty late at night. I'm gonna call it a night. In the next clip will be the next day, alright guys, but this is how far I've gotten. Alright, so it goes through, but you kinda have to tweak it a little bit. I grinded both sides, so okay. But you can't just, it won't just go straight in. Okay, so check it out, guys. So I have to move it all the way. I have to move it all the way back on this bracket for it to line up with that one. But it does, and it goes through the other side, I think. Yep. Okay. Yeah, actually it does. It's like perfect almost. Yeah, well, I think I kind of want to. See, it's still binding. When I pull them out this way, it gets stuck. All right, so I don't want it to be getting stuck on that. So I need to grind it that way a little more, and some other way. All right, but anyway, I'll keep at it. All right, all right. So in the next clip, it'll be the next day. All right, hey, here's Mega here, and it's the next evening. All right, and I'm pretty much done with all the grinding. All right, so I grind the shit out of this thing. All right, guys. I might go and want to do some more welding tonight. All right, yeah. So there it is. It's on there. All right. So the bolt pretty much goes straight through. All right, guys. If I take it off, it'll drop. So. So I'm at that point where we're going to put the motor back in, and I'm going to try to align this thing. So we'll put the motor back in, then we got to put the chain back in. Yeah, I got the chain somewhere. Okay, and yeah. So I think I'm going to leave all these bolt holes big, I guess, so you can move it around. I'm not sure. I feel like I want to make the hole smaller on this, so might do that next. All right, but because the hole, well, we can make the holes on the battery tray bigger, I guess. I don't know. All right, but there's this. Okay, guys. So I've got the spacer in there. I shaved it down a little bit so we can get it in there. I grinded this side and that side, so so it's kind of flush. All right, when we put the washers in, I might have to grind it more, man. And I bought a pack of 3/8 washers. Okay, I didn't have any 3/8 washers, man. I didn't have many of them, anyways. So I bought a pack of them. So these are what we're going to use to do adjustments. Whether we're going to keep it on there or not, I'm not sure. Okay. All right, and this is the felt pad that's going to go on the. Oops. This is the felt pad that's going to go on top of the feet here. All right, for the standoffs. So this way it'll give it a little shock absorption, and it won't scrape the tray so bad. Okay. So yeah, I was at it all day today, guys. Using the die grinder, man. So what I did is I slotted this more. Right, as you can see, it's like, I think I grinded it too much. Like, that's okay. And the bolt goes through nicely. Okay. And but the hole's kind of big. That's fine. There's a little bit of plainness. All right, and then the bolt sticks out a lot. So what I might do is cut this bolt, like cut half the threads off later. Okay, but let's not do that yet until everything is adjusted. But that spacer, we're going to keep that spacer in there. All right. Alternatively, what we could do is we could weld a plate like this, 1/4 inch plate. Well, it doesn't have to be 1/4 inch, and that would do the same thing this spacer does. Okay, but it's already there. We might as well use it. Okay, it adds a lot of rigidity to it. Okay, so now you've got the top It's literally boxed in, right? You got the top and then you got this. All right, but yeah, if we used a plate to do it, it would cover more, it would strengthen more area in my opinion. Okay, but that's okay. Also, what we need to do is we need to, I know it's hard to see, but underneath here is unpainted and it's rusting, so I need to go paint that. So when the weather gets warmer, I'm gonna go paint it. All right. Also, let's take this bolt out. Yeah. Let me demonstrate this. So, like I said, I wanted it so it would just slip right in, right? And for the most part, it does. This moves left and right a whole lot. Well, I'm thinking we're gonna have to shim this, guys. All right, we're gonna have to put spacers. All right, I've already ordered them and they're on the way. We need to put spacers on top of the spacer for the swing arm. Okay, so there's gonna when we get everything how we want it, we'll cut some spacers up and we'll just shove them up here. Okay, hopefully we'll be okay. Okay, but for now, let's get this front shimmed up so everything is nice and lined up. And then when I do get the spacers, we'll strengthen the rear. Okay, so this motor project is taking a lot longer than I thought. All right, this motor was not installed very well. Okay, not up to Hades Omega standard. All right, but as you can see, so there's the bolt. All right, this is a stronger bolt than the old one too, by the way. Okay, so yeah. So I did go to Lowe's and I went and got a bunch of hardware. All right, this is the original bolt, if you guys remember correctly, and this is the new bolt. Okay, it's a little bit longer. That's why I need to cut it. All right, we'll probably cut it to the same length as this. All right, it's good to have a little extra. Is what I want to say. We can always add washers to it. Okay, but yeah. So this one's a lot stronger because it's not fully threaded. All right. So that's why I would rather go with this than this. Okay. So, and this is bent already too. For some reason it's bent at the end. Okay, so there's that. This is a 3/8 bolt is what I learned. It is not SAE. Yeah. Let me see. Let me get that other bolt. Okay, so I was going to go with this. Alright, I think this is an M10. It's an M10 1.5 pitch. It's kind of hard to find the nut for this thing, so I don't have any. Alright. And I have a shit ton of automotive bolts, and it's not a common bolt. All right, this is a head bolt for a 280Z. All right, ideally I would like to use this. This is probably much stronger than this. All right, it's a good deal thicker. All right, but it fits in here, but it wouldn't fit in here. All right, guys, we'd have to make that hole much bigger, and we would need the spacers for it. And we already have the spacers and the washers and all that stuff, so I've decided to 86 this guy. Okay, we're not going to go with this anymore. Okay, we're just going to go with the original bolt, but we're going to go with the original bolt size, but we're going to go with a that one that's not fully threaded. Okay, this will be much stronger. Okay, so this just goes in like this. Okay, and it slips right in, no problem. There's a lot of play, and that's the reason why we have to shim it. Okay. And then I bought these spacers. All right, 3/8 spacers. All right, we may or may not use it. They're steel spacers, so they're pretty strong, but they don't spread the load very much. All right, and I would rather use the washers because that's what washers are for. They're for spreading the load. All right, so there you go. All right, so take your pick. Which one do you want to use? This one or that one? All right. I think I would rather just use a bunch of washers. All right, so we might do that. It'll look more ghetto, but I think it'll be stronger in the end. So we'll leave the center one in. All right, the center one is fine. Okay, that should add plenty of strength to it, and plus I don't want to put a crap ton of washers in there. But so yeah, so we got to add washers on this side and this side. If you guys remember correctly, this was like all the way to the left here. Okay, so that's why the counter sprocket was cockeyed like that. All right, you can have a little bit off. It could be offline quite a bit actually, and it would still be straight because there's a lot of play in that sprocket. But yeah, okay, there's that, and I think that's it. So, oh yeah, and I changed the bolt for the motor. Okay, so that's the new bolt for the motor. If you remember correctly, I had to cut the bolt to get the bolt out. Okay, so we're gonna put it back, but we're gonna put it back from this side. All right, the right side of the bike. All right, because there's a lot more space on that side. Okay, And it's pretty much the same bolt, guys. All right, but yeah, it goes all the way. It actually goes too much. Hopefully it'll be okay. We'll figure it out. All right, but yeah, this is like acts as like a big spacer. All right, so it adds a lot of strength to the motor. Okay. All right, so that's a scoop. So I got that, and I got the nut for it still. Okay. It's a nylon locking nut. So the good thing is a lot of these parts you can get at Home Depot and Lowe's. That's the good thing, guys. All right, and they're inexpensive, or as I'm going to say. Whether they're strong, are they stronger than automotive grade bolts? Probably not. All right, we'll see. We'll see how they hold up to the abuse. That's what I say. All right, guys. You could probably get higher grade bolts in SAE also. So I just got the cheap stuff. All right, so. If you need a stronger bolt somewhere along the line, then we'll change it. Okay, so all right, let's go put this motor in. All right, actually I want to do some more welding real quick. I'm gonna add some more material underneath here. All right, I think I need to grind this a little more, so I might grind this. I'll get a washer and I'll stick it there, and then I'll put it on there until it gets flat. Okay, but I want to add some more. This is okay. There's plenty of material here. Maybe this side is okay. But I'll see if I can add a couple welds here to make that a little stronger. The other side is really weak, so I might add some to the other side actually. So that side looks fine. You can see. Look at that. It looks like it's cracking already. Okay, so I'm going to go add some. I'm going to weld this up a little bit. All right. Okay. I'm going to add a little more metal to that to make it stronger. Okay, and then more grinding. Okay, so that's what I'll do first, and then we'll put the motor in, and then we'll see if we can get this guy shimmed up. If the motor's in, we can still shim it. All right. Yeah, we need to get the motor in there so everything's in there how it's supposed to. Okay. All right, guys. So here's my handiwork. All right. So like I said, I wanted to strengthen that part under there. All right, and I added quite a bit of material to it. Okay. So here's this side. Okay. And the other side. Okay. So I'm gonna go clean that up. Yeah, it looks awful, guys, but I'm gonna grind it till it's flush. Okay, guys. So there's a lot more material in this area now. All right, so it should be way stronger. I mean, I guess I could add some more. I can keep on going, but I think it's fine. Maybe I might add a little more. Okay, but anyway. So after that, I'm going to go get the grinder and then grind it flat. Okay, so hopefully that crack here is like not there anymore. All right, it should be way stronger than it was before. Okay, I added another bead to the bottom there. Now it looks pretty good now. All right, so I'm gonna go grind that flat. All right, looks pretty good. Okay, yeah, I know it looks ugly, but when I grind it, it won't look so ugly. Alright. Okay, I think I'm done with the welder. So this is what I got going on here, guys. Okay, so the bolt goes in nicely. It's a bitch trying to get this freaking spacer to line up properly. But, yeah, see, look at that. It uses everything. Alright. It moves quite a bit to the left and the right. For the most part, it's straight. Alright, so we'll go with that. Alright, and it goes in and out pretty well. It's kind of tight right now, but it should be fine. Okay, as long as we ship it right, it's fine. Alright, so okay, so I'm gonna go put the motor on. Alright, so what I did is I grinded all this flat. Alright, same thing with the other side. Okay, but it should be much stronger than it was before. I know it's kind of hard to see. Like I grinded this part down here, so it's kind of flush. Right, but so it basically just makes this a little beefier. All right, very good. Okay, and I'm gonna have to take it all apart again though to freaking paint it too. That's another bummer. But for now, we're going to shim it. Okay, guys. So we'll shim it, and then we'll hook the motor back up, and then we'll see if it spins straight, and then we'll lock it in. All right. So I'm gonna go see if I can get that motor back in there. Actually, let me clean up this mess here. So I think I'm kind of done with all the grinding and stuff. The last thing we'll do is, yeah, we got to take everything back out and then paint it so it doesn't rust. All right, so, but let me clean this mess up first.